I was going to do the intro to this video in my printmaking studio, but it's always such odd light in there. And I'm out on a walk with Winnie. Where's Winnie? There she is. And I thought I might as well record the intro here, but I don't have my microphone, so sorry if the audio is a bit funny and it is a bit windy. Anyway, so I'm releasing my rainbow chard print. I released the video last week in a couple of days, and I thought I don't really want to just release it on its own because it just feels a bit odd on its own. I don't normally release one print at a time. So I thought I'll make a couple more prints to go with it. And for ages I've been wanting to make some bird and feather prints. So back in 2022 I made a wren and a robin feather print. And I don't actually have any to show you other than I'll put some still images here because I don't think I kept any because the bad ones were really bad. I probably collaged them, and then the good ones I sold. I didn't make many, but I wanted to have another go because I thought it'd be fun to do some feather printing again. So I've engraved a starling and a blackbird. I chose those birds because they're quite dark in colour, and I wanted quite a simple design for the wood engraving and for the feather prints to kind of be the detail in these prints. So yeah, I'm going to be taking you through the printing process and hopefully they turn out okay and I can release them with the rainbow chard print. So instead of using the normal black ink that I used to print, I think it's called carbon black, I used graphite black. So graphite black, I bought it a couple of years ago and tried it out and I was like, oh, I'm not sure I'll ever use that. It's a bit more grey. It's like graphite really, it has a slight sheen to it. But it's a bit more subtle and I think it works well for these blocks. So yeah, I printed the birds. And they were both a little bit patchy at first just because it was the first proof, but I've got them to a point where they're printing really nicely. I'm actually really pleased with them. Like, I didn't have much expectation for them, but yeah, I'm pleased with them. And I'm just going to work back into them because there's just a few bits I want to change before I print the edition. It took me ages to get my head around how I was going to do this. So I want to print the feathers for the background. I'll show you the sketches that I made. So this is basically what I had in mind. It's very rough, but yeah, like a subtle, possibly green in the background of the starling. I might swap them around actually. And then blue for the blackbird. So these are the feathers and then these are the woodblocks. So I don't want the feathers to print where the birds are going to go because I don't really want colour showing through on the details of the birds. So I need to mask out the birds basically. And last time I did this, I think I just cut out the bird shapes and kind of stuck them down, but I didn't print like big editions. Not that these are going to be big editions, but I remember it being a lot of trial and error and I kind of want to make the process a bit easiher. So I've come up with this, which hopefully will work. So I printed a proof from the block and have put it in this right angle here. So it's like a mirror of the, it's a mirror of the block which has a right angle on the other side, how I've set it up for printing. And then this square here marks where the mount is going to crop the image. And basically I'm going to be putting paper to print on in there. Hopefully you'll be able to see through to the black. And then I'll be able to mask out the areas with paper and then print the feathers. Yeah, hopefully it'll work. I've really thought about it. Like I've spent many walks just thinking about how I'm going to do this. And I think this is the best way. I've been collecting feathers for probably 4 or 5 months now. And I've gone for the smallest feathers I could find really to make the prints kind of less clumsy. So these are chicken feathers I think that my sister found for me, and then I've just been picking them up on my walks, so there's a bit of a variety of colours, but yeah, so I'm excited to ink them up now. I've mixed a nice green colour. I think I'm going to do the blackbird green. I feel like when I think starling I think blue more than green. I don't know, I don't think it matters too much, but yeah, I'm going to go for green for blackbird. Yeah. So I'm just masking out the areas of the blackbird that I can see through the paper. So hopefully that'll work. And then I'll lay the feathers on top, taking into consideration the square I've drawn that kind of outlines the edge of the print. But to be honest, I'm not totally sure what I'm doing. But it's kind of nice to do something. Actually, no, hang on. I need to put the feather that way down because that's the paper. Right. See? I don't actually know what I'm doing. Yeah, because the paper I'm printing on is beneath that bird. Because I think if I put the paper face down, it would wrinkle under the pressure of the feathers, whereas if I push from this way, I think it will be better. So I think I'm just going to do 3 feathers on this first one. All these prints are going to be varied, so the bird will remain the same, of course, but I'll mix up the feathers so each print will be unique, although it will be part of an edition. Right, we're going to go with that, and then I'm going to get a bit of paper to push on the back of the feathers. I'm shaking, I feel anxious about getting this right. But it's just the first test, so we'll see how it goes. Right, now it's time to peel off the feathers. So they've printed quite nicely. Now let's hope this comes off okay without taking the paper with it. Cool. So now I need to print the blackbird on top of that. So that worked surprisingly well for a first attempt. There's a few bits I'm going to change, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how that worked and how everything lined up. You've obviously got to have the vision that this is going to be cropped, so yeah, the mount will come and crop the image, so that should make it feel a little bit more complete. Lots more printing to do now, but it's like the fun bit now where I can get going with the edition. I can't believe it took me most of the day to print just 10 prints. It was just one of those days where everything kind of took a long time and I had to pause to do some orders and things like that. But I'm on the evening walk now. But yeah, it was fun to print the blackbird print. It was hard to get into like the rhythm of it all. And sometimes I'd print the feathers without masking out where the bird was going to go and then not realising till I'd printed the feathers. But other than that, it was a satisfying printing session really. As I say, apart from the fact I only printed 10. Yeah, I'm going to get up early tomorrow and finish printing the rest of the blackbirds. I'm hoping to do 25 in total and then move on to the starlings. It's the next day now and I've just finished printing the blackbirds and oh my god, I don't know, I thought it was going to be like a more of a relaxing task than it has been, but basically I printed loads like this. I was trying to do them in batches and then realised I'd printed on the wrong side of the paper. So this paper is Zirkle, which is a company that was, I think it shut down 2 years ago now, but I'm still using the paper because I bought some up before it closed. And one side is smoother and it's coated in calcium carbonate, which helps the ink transfer to the paper better. And it's really quite a subtle difference, which is how I didn't realise I was printing on the wrong side. But that was so annoying when I realised. But anyway, I'm there now. I've got 25 blackbirds with their feathers. And it's time to move on to the starling. I'm really looking forward to the change in colour and design just because I don't know how printmakers do big editions without getting bored because yeah, I do like 25 and I feel like, yeah, I'll move on now, which probably isn't good business, but I just hate being bored. So I added some blue to the green ink I was using, just so I didn't waste the ink really. And yeah, I made a nice turquoisey blue. I just really like picking out the feathers that I'm going to use. It feels like I've got a lot to choose from. It's really nice having a variety. And then, yeah, I inked them up and printed the first starling print. So this is the first one. I feel like it looks quite exotic. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I think they'll look really nice as a pair. But also you can just print a feather on its own. So if you're watching this and you're like, I don't do wood engraving or lino or anything, you can still just print a feather, and it will make a really lovely print, or like a greetings card. Like I'll print one in a sec and show you how nice just like a simple feather print can look. So as you can see, it's quite easy to make feather prints and really fun. Like you can do it with leaves as well, but I really like the detail of the feathers. But anyway, I'm going to get on with the starling print now because there's a lot to do. So I'll check back in when they're all printed and hopefully I'll have started cutting the mounts. So I did eventually finish printing the bird prints. It was a bit of a marathon in the end, but I got there. And they're now, well, they're not in their mounts. I have one of each in their mounts because I was photographing them for the shop listing. But here's the starling and here's the blackbird. And I realised a couple of days into printing them that they really mirror my rainbow chard print, because the rainbow chard print is 5 different stalks of rainbow chard, and each of these bird prints has 5 feathers in the background. And I didn't realise it until I'd already done them, and I thought, that's so weird. So they really do match. I'll just show you the rainbow chard print now. So if you want to see how this print was made, there's a video previously to this one showing you the process. I made this one over 2 months, so it was like much more complex than these ones. But it's nice to have a range on my website and a range in prices as well. So I said on the video last week that this is going to be around £80. I still haven't decided. I need to kind of work out hours and things like that and look at it methodically. But yeah, it will be around about £80. And these will be 40 something, I think, but I haven't worked that out yet. So these 3 editions will be released on my website on Friday, the 25th of October at 11 AM UK time. And if you're interested in these prints, I'd really recommend signing up to my newsletter around my website if you haven't done so already, because then you'll get an email when they're released and a discount code as well. So yeah, hopefully you like them. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing like a mixture of mono printing, which is the technique used to print the feathers. I had a bit of a play. So this was the one I just showed, but I added another feather. And then I realised that when I printed the Safewash ink, which is the coloured ink there, and then rolled the Litho ink over the top, the Safewash kind of repelled the Litho ink, and yeah, it was a really nice effect on the glassine paper. But it looked really cool. And then I tried to print that onto just normal paper, which didn't work as well, but still quite nice. And then I just tried to do the whole thing again on normal paper, which isn't quite the same contrast, but still is pretty cool. So yeah, there's loads you can do with printing feathers and leaves and things, but this was just a little snapshot into the process. So hopefully you enjoyed it. There won't be a video next week because I've got the print release, so I'll probably have packed up orders by next Wednesday, but then I'll probably be a bit tired and won't have time to do another video. But coming up in November, this year's going fast, is going to be me showing you how I'm printing my new prints, which are 4 prints inspired by my Lake District trip, which is 2 videos back. You can see these sketches that will lead up to the prints, hopefully. And then I'm into some time where hopefully there might be some more residencies, some more trips, get out my studio a bit more, so that's exciting. I think the hard part of my year is done, which is nice, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more creative, and yeah, I'm excited for what's coming up really. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be back really soon.